Alright, so breakdown 6, back to the start of the jump. So let's concentrate on the launch from the platform. I just want to add a breakdown key somewhere in here. I'm thinking probably frame 46, 47 I think, just as we start to, just before our stretch pose. Seems to be a nice one. You definitely know the drill by now. Select all the controls. Select the keys either side, switch to linear and set a key. Now the feet at this new frame are fairly planted in the reference, so let's copy the position from frame 42 over to 47 by middle mouse clicking and pressing S. And it would be nice to get some motion on those feet there, as they're so locked solid, which they're not in the reference. So I'll just grab them and just add a little bit of rotation to them. Let's also play with the attributes on the right. I think it's heel X, is it? Let's try. Nope, that's not what I'm looking for. I'll try some toe roll, just lift the heel slightly. And then it'd be nice to get those toes curling over the platform so we really feel the connection to the platform and feel him pushing off of his toes. Imagine his boots are a bit more pliable, and I think that'll be a nice detail and really help with the contact, and it will make the force of him jumping feel all the stronger if we get some good solid contact with the feet on that platform. And there we go, so that's roughed in there. Let's see what those hips are doing, the body control. Just check the Y translation here. I think I just want to ease him off of the platform, not have a big explosive jump just yet. I'll just follow the reference as a guide, just so we get more weight out of him as he jumps. I just want to check that forward motion too, because maybe he's leaning over too fast, too far too quickly. So again, I'll just pull that back, just helping that arc of the jump, just watching that pivot point as it moves forward and up in space. I just noticed it looks like he's moving over to the right as he jumps, so I'll just have a look at the translate X, just have a look at the path of these keys. Let's pull that down so it moves him over screen left a bit more. Again, there's quite a big wavering here, so I'll just try and make those keys gradually rise in the graph. Still not entirely sure about that. There's still some drift there. It's minimal. I think we'll be okay for the moment, but I'll just keep an eye on that as we move through. I'll just start checking the upper body now. So I think maybe I want to just rotate the torso back a little on this key, ever so slightly. Might even add some of that into the chest as well. Just rotate that round, just so we feel that twist happen in the air. So you'll feel more force out of him as he moves his arms here. So we get the feeling that he's really using his upper body to lift himself up off the platform, and just let those arms lead the motion. Those arms are lifting him up off the platform. So lots of just small tiny tweaks now, and really what I'm trying to get is the feeling of lead and follow. So the hips are, or the legs are launching him, but you want those arms to then speed faster than that. So I want those arms to then lead the hips. So it's the offset of the different parts of the body, so we're not all moving at the same time. So I just want those hands, I think, the arms, just going to extend them on our new breakdown, just to favour the following key, so that they're closer in position to the following key. Just to exaggerate that, again, that lead and follow, and get those arms whipping up into the air, to really get the feeling that, you know, like a long jumper might do, they really whip their arms in front of them. So it's just taking some of that idea and running with it, so we extend the stretch, and again the arms are leading the hips at this point. The hips start, but then the arms quickly take over and speed up. Now I'm just watching the arc, the path of travel of that arm, just so we get a nice rounded arc feeling, just a cleaner path, so they're not wavering around. You get a smoother motion from them. And to do that I might have to just drop back a little bit. So you see there's a lot of backwards and forwards in some of this stuff, especially at this stage. You're trying to improve it, and you just need to try it sometimes and see how it feels, but maybe you reverse it, but that's fine. Just pull the elbow out slightly, I think. Let's try and get some shoulder into the action too as the arms are rising. You want those shoulders to rise as well. So again, I'm just looking through to see what that arm is doing. I'm looking at the path the hand takes. I can see it rises up and then immediately comes down in a kind of hold position. I'm going to leave that there for the moment and see what happens when we get into animation, because I think there's some nice texture there in the arm as it pulls up to pull the body and then pulls back down into the squash, and then we get it dropping and rising and then falling again. So there's a nice variety to what that arm's doing rather than just overlapping what the hips do, and just kind of, you know, waving up in the air as the body comes down. There's some nice added realism to it. So I'm just going to leave that there for the minute and see how it feels, and just bear that in mind when we get into animation. And if I just step through a few times now, I think that's coming together nicely. It's starting to feel pretty good. I think maybe his left hand actually, let's just drop that down because it's just covering his face for a little bit longer than I'd like. So we'll just, there he is, that's better. Pull that down. Alright, cool. So usual thing, check that you've got keys there, it's fine. But save your scene, version up, and see you in the next lesson.